beginning made a morning routine look so vibrant and alive and sexy. Me stumbling out of bed in my robe to grab a coffee, very bleary eyed, isn't going to cut it. I also thought the group sections were so interconnected, truly moving as one unit. I love the dynamics and the rhythms throughout, really hitting the percussive aspects of the music, but indulging in those string swells. I thought this was an interesting look at the intimate connections that people hold and what happens when we're alone versus in public spaces, and how those that public dynamic can really pull us in different directions and change our relationship. Um, but also that there's other relationships that have lovely vibrations and possibilities outside of the one. And I was obsessed with the swim synchronized section. Oh my gosh, it was delightful and unexpected. Never a moment in this piece that I was bored. I was always waiting to see what was next. And the cinematography had such inventive angles to capture it all organically.
I really like the long take in the beginning. It feels very smooth. It was very nice. I love the change in music, pacing, changing the choreo based on the topic. Love the group dance with the couch. I think that was one of my favorite segments. I thought that was really, really cool and worked very well together. And the dancers all had a lot of great chemistry. They did a great job technique wise, emotion wise, chemistry wise. And I think all the shots in general were very creative. I thought they were very, very creative. I really love the pool scene. It was so fun and free, the first one. And then I like how it's counteracted with the second one that's like a little bit more somber, a little bit more serious. And I love the scene of the bed. I think the orchestral music goes very well with the choreo. The theme design is beautiful. Everything is beautiful.
There was so many things that were just so spectacular about this film. I don't want to waffle on about it too long, but oh my God, this was so good. Loved the fact that the filmmakers started this out with a couple starting their day. They told a story through dance that the dancers and the choreography, it was beyond epic, but the story made so much sense as the film progressed. And it was very, very dynamic. Um, in the beginning, one of the things that was so nice to see was the emotional connection between the dancers and how they were starting their day. There was a tenderness there. I loved that. I also loved the ever-changing couch scene. Choreography for that just absolutely blew my mind. It was awesome. And so was the pool. At the pool scene, the way that they did that, the camera angles, everything about that was so amazing, including the music, because, I mean, let's face it, you can't go wrong with Queen. Speaking of the music, one of the things that I so appreciate what the filmmakers did with their score in this was as one song transitioned into another song, they did it so seamlessly. It was so beautifully done. There wasn't any hard stops and all of a sudden a new song started and you felt like you were jarred into this. They really did an amazing job with this entire film.
Very interesting storyline. It kept me guessing. I wasn't exactly sure what everything meant, but it kept me intrigued and it kept me watching. And the performers had really great expressions and emotions expressing what they were feeling. I thought the choreography and the music was very solid. And I like that it was broken up into sections, but I wasn't sure what they actually meant necessarily. But again, it kept me intrigued throughout the whole thing. So like the sections being unspoken, inside, and first, last dance, etc. So I really like something kind of broken down.
I really liked the kind of fluidity and also the differences that they had within, like when it was just the two of them dancing at the very beginning, how that kind of expanded when and changed when more people got introduced, and then kind of like took off and they each had these kind of like solo moments coming back together again. I really liked it because it felt very much like you were seeing kind of all these different ins and outs and aspects of a relationship. And the movement and the dancing was really, really impressive. And then I think that they also just showed a wide range with the music they selected, the partner work that they did, and the just like the diversity and the range that they showed with that. But then also like they had this great, like really, really fun, very, very different energy like the pool scene, and then it changes again and they do like this really really serious, or not really serious but more serious, more kind of solid solemn, more classically fluid and things like that, with like her kind of solo at the end. And I really liked that they showed so much diversity, that they showed so much change, because I think that's how it really works in life. It felt very like natural and organic, kind of one flowing from one to the other to the other. It didn't feel like too much of an abrupt change, which I thought was really, really well done, because they did give such different energies and different vibes for each of them.
Just excellent. The way it's all put together, from the different movements throughout the house to the score to the final edit, I thought it was just masterful. Really engaging. It kind of just keeps you leaning in and wanting more. It's simple but effective. It's sensual and also just wild at times.